Hi guys, Steve Davis here, Stillwater Woodcraft. We're back today. We're going to talk about a simple shelter setup. We're going to set it up with the oilskin tarp. This shelter is commonly referred to as a plow point. Okay, a plow point shelter is a really easy shelter to set up. It bucks the wind and it sheds the rain nicely. Now, some will argue in a historical context that this shelter is not 18th century appropriate. For the purposes of this video, we're going to ignore that. Let the librarians argue that out. This is commonly accepted at a lot of rendezvous and such. If you're out on a trek by yourself, you know, the judges aren't going to come around and give you a grade, so don't worry about that. So let's get to setting this up. Now, the only things we need to set this up is the tarp, a piece of rope, 1 or 2 poles, depending on how we're going to do it, and a couple stakes. Okay, we're going to utilize this tree right here for one of our poles. So, we're going to take our tarp, spread our oilcloth out here. We're going to take one corner use this corner. It's already got a rope tied to it. So we're going to take one corner just lash that to our tree. As I said, you can use a pole for this. You just set up a pole with a couple guy lines and it'll hold just fine. The trees are already there and they're easy. Okay, we're going to decide how high we want it. That's up to you if you want it more open or down low. We're going to take our opposite corner, pull it back here. And stake it out. Now you notice I didn't pull this super tight. There's a reason for that. We're going to tighten it up here a little bit later. I'm going to take my other 2 corners, pull them out and stake them. I just cut my stakes in the woods. I don't carry any stakes. They grow all over the place. There ain't no reason to pack that extra weight. There, we have it staked out. Now, as you can see, this has got a lot of sag in it, not much headroom. Okay, we're going to fix that. Now on my personal tarp, there's a reinforcement in the center with a tie out. We can just tie this up, okay? Another thing we can do is prop it up from the inside. That's what we're going to do. We're going to kind of judge how high we want to prop it up. Going to carefully fabricate a pole. Now here's a good idea when you're doing this, if your tarp is not reinforced in this spot. Since we're going to put this stick up under it, get you a piece of bark, protect the tarp. And just prop it up just like that. So we have a very simple plow point shelter. if you notice the shape of this, if we point the back into the wind's going to come up here, and due to the shape, it's going to shed the wind very nice. All right, guys, let's get a little better view of this from the back. We tied our first corner of the tree or your pole, hold it back, stake the back side. Hold the two sides out and staked it. It should look like a diamond like this. If you want down the sides, there's no problem staking it out if you have the tie outs, or you know, you could tie it with a ball and a string. So this is basically going to shed the wind. It's very aerodynamic. So that's the look at it from the back side. I got little pieces of rope from having it set up other ways. So we've got plenty of headroom to sit underneath it. Back here in the back of the point, you can put your gear back here. You got this pole in the center. That's something you got to work around if you don't tie it up with the rope, which is no problem at all because this shelter is plenty big for two guys. You got one guy on this side, plenty of cover above head, another guy on the other side. Very simple, easy, fast to set up, bucks the wind, bucks the rain. Altogether a great shelter. It works best with a square tarp, but with a little messing around you can do it with a rectangle shaped tarp, no problem. So guys, quick, easy, simple, the Plow Point shelter. It's been Steve Davis, Stillwater Woodcraft. Thank you for your views, thank you for your comments. We'll see you on the next one.